Before I get started, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, guys. This is a good rinseless wash how-to video if your car is pretty dirty. And this car is white, so you're not gonna see all the dirt, but you're gonna see a lot of the dirt on there. And if you can see it on a white car, it's dirty. All right, guys, today, my car over here is filthy. It's been super windy and it rained and I had to drive through the rain. And it's just got kick up and dirt everywhere. A lot of people are always asking me to do a rinseless wash on a dirty car because my cars are always clean. Well, today I'm gonna do it for you on a dirty car. We're gonna use the McKee's Graphene Rinseless Wash. We're gonna use 2 buckets. We're gonna use a new sponge for rinseless washing. You could use this for soap as well, that Marc, the car detailer, sent me. We're gonna try this out for the first time. It's a new rinseless type of sponge. It's got the cuts in it. We're gonna see how well this works. And we've also got a sprayer, all right? Now the sprayer, fill with sprayer with some water, put a couple ounces into the sprayer. Your buckets here, you're gonna put a couple gallons inside there, get your product, maybe put a half an ounce into there, just follow the directions, and get your sponge. I'm gonna let this sponge soften up a few minutes, and we're ready to go. Now, the process is gonna be some type of spray onto the car first to get the dirt loose and try to rinse it off. So you could use a sprayer like this, you could use a hand sprayer, you could use a pre-foam soap if you want, it doesn't matter. You just need to spray something on here. I don't care if you get the hose and spray it on there, but if you don't have access to a hose, this is what you're gonna use. After you rinse all that as best as you can down, spray it, try to knock the loose debris down. Then we're gonna come back and we're gonna wash the panels with this. We'll go from the wash to the car, and when this gets dirty, we're gonna rinse it in here, and we're gonna put it back into here and continue washing. I'm gonna show you, let's take a look at the dirt on the car. All right, so I've had to use my windshield wipers because there was so much dried on dirt on there the next day after it rained. As you can see, the glass is filthy. The back of the car is terrible. Look at that. Awful. It's all over. Underneath, behind the tires, the bottom rocker panels, all the way across, it's just nasty. All right, I mean, even the headlights are dirty. This side of the car has kick up all the way up here, all over the door. Terrible. I'm doing this in the sunlight, so we're gonna go panel by panel. I'm gonna start at the top of the car. I'm gonna spray with some pre-spray, loosen up the dirt, come back and wash, and then we're gonna dry. Here's my pre-spray. Now look guys, it's hot out here, you can see it. It's hot and cold mixing. It's about 53 degrees. So the heat from the sun mixing on the car, whatever, it's giving me this smoke. Okay, we got our sponge out of the liquid. Okay, the car, we did the whole top. Nice and clean now. Now we're gonna finish the side windows and the sides of the car. Okay, now we got our dirty sponge. We're gonna put it in the bucket with the grit guard. We're gonna rub it around on top of the grit guard, get all the dirt off it. Squeeze it out. It's ready to go again. Okay guys, now take a look here. I'm gonna pre-spray this whole thing. I want you to see what happens to the dirt. Okay, now we've let it sit. It's emulsifying, lubricating. We're gonna give it one more shot here. Get any of the loose debris off. Now we're gonna get our sponge. We're gonna wipe. Get the top here. Come back. Now, because this is extra dirty, I'm gonna go ahead and rinse the sponge. I'm gonna give it one more quick spray here. Make sure I got all that loose dirt off. And I'm gonna dry. Now when I open the trunk later, I'll get all this. But you can see here's the difference. Super dirty. Clean. Guys, this pre-spray is not going to get the panel clean. What it's going to do is emulsify and loosen up the bigger dirt particles. And with a little bit of pressure here, I'm also pushing them down off the car. So when I come back, I'm not mashing them in. Now this is that new sponge. I think it's by Sudz Budz. Marc sent it to me, Marc the detailer, the car washer. And I'll tell you, it's very, very big. A little bit stiff, but it seems to be doing a good job. You can use the sides on this. Now before you dry, if you want, you can put a pre-spray of like a drying aid on there. I'm not doing it this time. See the dirt? Now, like I said, you could spray a little detail spray on there. We got the Graphene detail spray from McKee's 37. All right, guys, so we're done. It took roughly around 45 minutes filming the video. We simply went around the car, did a pre-spray, a rinseless wash, sprayed with the drying aid, and we're done. The car came out fantastic. And what I'm gonna try and do is show you a close-up, because some people question rinseless washing. Now, I don't know what they're gonna gather from my paint. It's a daily driver. Is it perfect? No. Is it as bad as other cars on the road? Not even close. But you wouldn't know the few marks that I got on the car if they're from washing with the mitt, washing with rinseless washing. Some kind of rock flying over it, the dust flying over it. I don't know how they think they're gonna know, or they're an expert at, let me see your paint up close. I'm gonna try to show you my paint up close. This is for you. Okay, so this is about as close as I can get. I hope I'm getting the sun. Now, you guys tell me what you think of the paint. You know, I do testing all day long on this car. Rinseless washing once a week, maybe twice a week. Foam washing, shampooing. Is it perfect? No. I know I always, in all my cars, get a little bit more marring up near there because I just don't spray as much product or wipe as good as I can reach down here. But you guys saw the paint. All right, guys, did you like the video? If you did, hit that like and subscribe button and press the notifications bell so you get all the new videos we're putting out. Today we're talking about rinseless washing a dirty car, my dirty car. It's been windy, rainy, it even snowed a little bit. It wouldn't make snow on the floor, but it was snowing. It's been cold. Today's the first day. It's about 55 degrees today, and it feels fantastic. I did a rinseless wash today on my car. How did I do it? It was extra filthy. So I use a sprayer, some type of pump, some type of sprayer. I don't care if it's a bottle, a pump, a hose, a foamer, IK foamer. I don't care what you use, but you want to pre-spray a product, a waterless wash, a rinseless wash made into a waterless wash, some type of product on there. You could even spray some type of pre-foam shampoo, but you're gonna need to rinse that off. You could spray some APC, but you're gonna rinse that off after, okay? You can't leave that on there. Now for this method, we didn't use the hose, so we went with the pump sprayer. We have a rinseless wash made up product in here that's into a waterless wash now. Pre-spray the panels, let it sit. It's not gonna completely clean the panels, don't think of that. What it is doing is loosening the dirt and starting to pull it down. So when you come back with your sponge and your wash buckets, I have two wash buckets here. I have a wash bucket with Graphene Rinseless from McKee's, an ounce into a couple gallons, and I have just another bucket with water and my grit guard. You put an ounce of this into here, you've got your rinseless wash. You spray the panel, you dip your sponge into this, and you go ahead and clean the panel. Now you're not smashing against the panel. You're just lightly wiping the panel. If it's still dirty, flip the sponge over. When this gets dirty after each panel, or maybe half a panel, you keep an eye on this and see how dirty. You gauge it. You put this back into this bucket, you rub it on the grit guard, squeeze it out, and you come back to the clean bucket. That's the system, guys. That's the way it is. If you don't like it, don't do it. But that's the way it is. I've been doing this for 7, 8 years now on my different cars, and truly, they come out exceptional. After you've washed the panel, you get your favorite detail spray. In this case, I'm using McKee's Graphene detail spray. You spray a couple sprays on the panel and you dry the panel. It's that easy. You're done with those panels. All right, guys, I want you to look at the color difference here in the two buckets. This one's a lot darker. It's got a lot of the dirt, especially down here below this grit guard. This is a Chemical Guys grit guard. It does keep the dirt down at the bottom a lot better. It does have some flat spots. So this is what it looks like. The dirt comes through sticks at the bottom underneath it. Now it does have some flat spots here. Some dirt may land right here, but for the most part, this does the best job at keeping the dirt at the bottom. I have regular grit guards, I have dirt lock grit guards, and I have these. This one keeps the dirt at the bottom the most. Does it do the best job at keeping it out of the top? Well, not if it lands on here and you're dunking and wiping, then it kind of floats around. But I'll deal with that. But I do like this grit guard very much. This is the new sponge that Marc the car washer sent me. Marc, thank you very much. This is from Sudz Budz. You can get 2 of these for $20 on Amazon. So it has the little grooves in it. It is extra big. Let me see here. Let's compare the sizes. This is Sudz Budz. This is McKee's. This is the black one from Rag Company. Those are the sizes. And the red one is about the size, I don't know where it's at, over here somewhere, is about this size of this yellow one from McKee's. So those are the different sizes. This sponge, while it was in use and starting to get used, it starts to get softer. It feels a little firm at first, but you know, it worked. It's just a little bit too big actually, but it works. And 2 for $20, I think it's an okay deal. Is it my favorite one? No. I still like the yellow one is my favorite, softest sponge. The red one is good, and I have another one that Marc sent me somewhere that is probably my favorite, but it has those riffles, those eggshells on one side, so you can only use one side at a time. So is this a good purchase? I think for $20 for 2 of them, sure, try it out. Get used to using a sponge. You can use this with soap if you want to do a shampoo wash, fine. Marc, thank you so much. Now guys, if you have any questions about rinseless washing, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. There are a lot of people that always say, let me see you do it on a dirty car. Well, there's the dirty car. If you want something muddy, then you've got the wrong impression. You don't rinseless wash a muddy car, okay? That's about as dirty as you want after a rain. All the kick up is on there. And it came out fine, no problem. No hose, shh, no hose. And everything looks fantastic on the car, guys. It's all about your techniques. It's all about thinking smart and working smart. So you guys have a great day. I hope you liked the video. We'll talk to you soon.